Well, hello everyone, and Pella Take featuring the three idiots, Delvin, Aniket, and Harry are back with our another series of discussing and dissecting the teams that were ousted in the first round of the playoffs in both the Eastern and Western conferences. Yes, you can see the two smiles over here, a very grim smile, and the one smile shining with that Happydent white toothpaste. Delvin, because his team is playing the semi-finals in the Eastern Conference, but me
Only
and
for three
I
more
think
games. Only for three more games.
and me and Aniketa just giving a smile because we have to record this because Lakers are again out in the first round. We did not expect that, but it did happen. So, anyways, uh, the thing is, the first team that we are going to discuss, like how good season or how sorted the season was, and how they can improve in the coming season. It's going to be the Los Angeles Lakers. As it is Los Angeles Lakers, I'm going to give the chance first to Delvin because he could be the perfect critic and would take unbiased decisions rather than me or Aniket taking over because we'll be very biased with a lot of players. So, Delvin, the floor is yours.
So I think, if I'm not wrong, I think y'all was swept, no? It was 4-0 or 4-1, I think. It was 4-1,
Come
sorry.
on.
It was 4-1. It was gentleman sweep. My bad. So, contrary to the scoreline, I think y'all were very, very competitive in the series. So, let me get the positives out first. Y'all were very competitive in the series in that y'all matched the Nuggets shot for shot. Y'all led the Nuggets for 70% of the total series. That's an insane number. Y'all even led one of the games as much as 20 in Denver. So that is like a huge thing. But again, unfortunately, it comes down to not making the right decisions at the right times.
Right.
I think the work has already become to improve the roster in the offseason with Darvinham already being fired. So that's your first step, which is already done. So that
Yep.
long road towards actually making the Lakers once again a force to reckon with, the first step has already been taken. That's by firing Ham. Now, getting the right coach is one thing. Getting the right pieces to complement this roster is another thing. You'll need work in that regard. Again, the adage always remains with the LeBron side is surround him with shooters and let him cook that he does. I think your shooters went cold in the worst possible times, with D'Angelo Russell being the chief one. Now, I don't know whether you'll want to keep him or whether you'll not. My honest opinion is that he needs to go. Find a better shooter who's more consistent, who has more hot stretches than cold, and not someone who just plays when the trade deadline is near and all that jazz. Like you all will be very familiar with that situation. So as far as that is concerned, I think you all had some really good pieces in the likes of Spencer Dinwiddie, Hachimura. Then I think Vando was injured, so his absence was felt a lot because he gives you all that defensive solidity which wasn't there. And so there are the pieces. I think these are the pieces that need to be extended or maybe tied to a team friendly contract, something which Austin Reeves is on. He's on a team friendly contract, I think, which gives you all the flexibility. However, again, the biggest question mark comes in the availability of LeBron. Will he stay? Will he not? He's currently playing hide and seek with the entire NBA, including Lakers, and they don't exactly know what the move is. For now, his focus is the Olympics, and rightly so, because this is a very pivotal Olympics for the United States as well. This is the reason why they've selected the roster that they have. So I seen the podcast yesterday, and he's spoken about the fact that he's going to take the entire month of May off, do nothing related to basketball, maybe watch, yes, obviously, but do nothing regarding basketball, and then have a slow feel for the game from the month of June, maybe the second week. So that when he's going to start basketball activities, but until the Olympics is done, there is no concrete
No.
answer as to whether LeBron's staying with the Lakers or no. There are a lot of rumors and gossips going around whether LeBron is staying, whether LeBron is not. There are three teams that are in the mix who are considered to be contenders if LeBron doesn't stay with the Lakers. One of them is the Cavs, surprise, surprise. One of them is Miami, and the other one is Knicks. So these are the three teams that are set to be keeping a close eye on LeBron's situation at Los Angeles. So that is the situation. So Harry, my question to you is obviously it's the question that all Laker fans will be like dreading. Do you stick with the LeBron and AD core, or do you think that it is finally time where it's time to start thinking about the future and maybe try to offload either one of them? I'm not necessarily talking about offloading LeBron, You can talk about offloading paths, AD also. This is including the fact that he's had his most healthiest season since y'all won the chip.
Exactly, exactly.
So
Most
my question
healthiest,
is, yeah,
most healthiest, most
most
efficient,
productive
and all
season
those
also,
things.
yeah, most productive
Exactly.
season, yeah. So
Offense twin.
do you
See,
think you stick a twist with this for 1 year, 2 years, or try to disband it as quickly as possible?
Delvin. If you remember when we started with this Bella Take podcast, our first episode, and you had the same question when we talked about the Lakers. You had asked the same question to me and Aniket. Do you think LeBron is going to play a major role? And we just thought that no, he might play like 28, 29 minutes a game. But what we saw, he started playing 33, 34, and come the playoffs, he played 40 minutes.
40
And
already. Yeah.
he in the year 21, aged 39, has played best basketball of his career than any other player, even better than Jokic. If you would give me, it's not a fanboys thing that I'm saying because I am a big fan of Kobe. Kobe for me is way above LeBron. But whatever LeBron has done this season cannot be forgotten. Insane alien season that he has had. And coming back to your question, the answer to it is see, AD said, I'm going to stick with LeBron in the Olympics team and try to, make him come back to LA. More or less, all the Laker fans know that 70% chance it is that LeBron is coming back. The second question that you asked, if not LeBron, if would you go ahead with AD? LeBron has always said this is AD's team, but it's actually LeBron's team. He has always kept this narrative that this is not my team, this is AD's team. When we did that trade with New Orleans Pelicans, and we were bashed for giving away all our assets to get AD here,
Yep.
but what we got in return was a championship ring that we all wanted. So that was done and
Conference
dusted.
finals and a
We
conference
have been,
finals.
yeah, we have been to a conference finals. We have made it to the playoffs like what, three of the last four seasons. We missed it just once, I guess. So
Yeah.
when LeBron and AD both were injured, so things are good. I still feel LeBron has 2 years in him. Still 2 years he can give. I mean, he can play. Now the question comes: how much bank does Genie Bus wants to break? Just to get in a third player, because D'Angelo Russell, if he signs with us, he has to be traded. He has to be traded. We just cannot go ahead with D'Angelo
So
Russell,
so
as
you're
I've
talking
always said.
about a sign and trade basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, Aniket might also agree to it, or he might have a different perception.
I have a
Yeah.
separate question for Aniket. So I
Okay.
want you
Okay.
to speak on
Okay.
this. Yeah.
Okay. So I would give a preference of sign and trade, because when he knows that he's gonna get traded, D'Angelo Russell, he will start playing good because he would also like to move into a championship team. He for I mean, the way he speaks in all the interviews and all, like he speaks as if he has won a lot, but he hasn't. But he wants to move to a team that is going to win a championship. So you have to prove your credentials. So I would want that, lethal D'Angelo that we saw during this trade deadline again, which got carried away till the playoffs because he was good in the play-ins. But as soon as the playoffs started, he wandered off again. So, this is the inconsistency that D'Angelo Russell has. I have no personal grudges with him, but you're not good enough, buddy. You're not good enough to be called as, a lethal shooter. You're not good enough. You're inconsistent. You are in the
Bro
10th year in
took,
NBA, and what are you doing?
bro took being ice cold in the most serious way possible in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
yeah, yeah,
Where
yeah.
he went ice cold.
Wait, I thought he was
Going
gonna go.
shoot for shoot.
I thought he was gonna go full Steven A. You're a bona fide scrub. He can't play.
And Delvin, I would not mind breaking the bank for a third star. Signing, giving LeBron that rumored 160 million deal, a 3-year 160 million deal that has been talked about. I don't mind that, giving it to LeBron because he deserves every penny of it. He has done. If we see the playoff series and especially the fifth game, he was coaching, he was passing, he was defending, he was scoring, he was shouting, he was helping, he was doing all those stuff. I mean, have you seen LeBron having 3 to 4 blocks in the game? I have never
Yes,
seen that.
I
I
have.
have never seen it.
I,
I,
he
I mean, I
played
don't remember.
He carried one of the most bum Cavs teams to the finals, dude. Come on. I can vouch for it.
No,
Did
but
everything there.
he so much wanted that win in the fifth game to take it to the sixth. Win it game by game, and I could see
Yeah.
that. But other stars couldn't do the
Nah.
least that he
Yeah.
wanted them to do. So you
And
can say,
also having a bum like Darwin Ham also doesn't help in this
oh yes,
situation.
oh yes,
Yeah, it
oh,
did not.
Mr. Hands in the pocket. I mean,
Or as Aniket calls him, Hamas.
I guess Aniket can take over that part. About Dagenham.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
better suited.
my question to Aniket is very simple now. I think everyone in the leagues knows that it's not a secret that LeBron has a preference of playing with his son. All right, and we've seen film, we've read discourse about Bronny or about the prospect that he is, and the reports are not exactly good when it comes to him. So my question to you is, do you really think that to have LeBron on the roster is having Bronny in the side a necessary sacrifice that the Laker front office has to make? Or do you think that the Laker front office has a little more wiggle room than it thinks? Because I think the impression in the Laker front office is that they do not have much of wiggle room when it comes to negotiating with LeBron when it comes to his salary and whether it comes to the terms of his stay at Los Angeles. But
Yeah,
do you really think that that is the case, or do the Lakers have a little scope of flexibility, considering that, saying that, listen, we want you, but then when there is more quality talent out there in the draft pool, wasting our pick on Bronny is something that we cannot afford at this point. So where do you stand on that particular instance?
yeah. I think it's like a tricky question for the Lakers management to answer because there were reports coming out initially. I think Shams or somebody had put out there that the Lakers are ready to draft Bronny if required. That will if required to keep LeBron. So I believe that the Lakers definitely will do everything in their power to keep LeBron. I'm not saying that it has to be that Bronny has to be drafted by the Lakers and nobody else. I could also see a scenario where Bronny gets drafted by another team, but LeBron still plays with the Lakers. Because there were other reports saying that LeBron is okay for his son to be in another team and start his own development and him
Okay.
being on the Lakers. So, as of now, we still are unsure about that, about the priorities which LeBron has. If it's only playing with the son or if he's okay with the son just coming into the league and developing himself. So, I mean, it's for me as well to put it. It's a little difficult right now because we also don't know the situation which LeBron or the Lakers find themselves in. So, and from that perspective, the Lakers definitely will use that second round pick which they have. Like I think there's a 55 range or something. So they might use that to draft Bronny, or Bronny might go undrafted and they may just pick him similar to how they did with Austin Reeves, who had gone undrafted. So that could also be the case. So I don't see other teams, specifically going for Bronny unless LeBron has told or made it clear that he wants to
Clearly,
join.
clearly, yeah.
Yeah, which LeBron won't do unless something breaks down with the Lakers. Because as of now, I definitely see him coming back to the Lakers. He loves being in Los Angeles. He has business there. His wife loves the industry and loves. I mean, they love what they're doing. So I think even if it's not for basketball purposes, for their own personal and business purposes, there's a lot for them to in Los Angeles. There's a lot for them to stay there, and then if they leave that place, they might lose quite a bit. So from that perspective, I can see him coming back, and I can see, as Harry said, sign that 3-year contract which the Lakers might give him in the offseason.
All right. So my question to both of you all, this is a common question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is the offseason going to be for the Lakers? In the sense that how much rebuilding is it going to take for the Lakers to contend? For me, on a personal basis, I think it is a 6, because keeping LeBron in Los Angeles is basically half the battle won. You keep hold of LeBron, you basically ensure that this team can contend for another run to the playoffs, a deep run. I'm not saying championship, because you just need more than LeBron and AD to contend for the championship, and even you all both will agree with me on that matter. So For me, keeping LeBron definitely wins half the battle. It is only about the pieces that you surround him with, that is going to take work. And obviously, it goes without saying that a proper head coach appointment is the need of the hour. So for these reasons, I think the rebuild job is going to be a 6 out of 10. I want to know where you all stand on that. What is your rating for the Lakers off-season difficulty meter?
Aniket, you can take the lead over here.
Okay, so Delvin, when you say 6 on 10, it's like 10 is the highest difficulty level, is it?
10 is like the most difficult, and
Yeah.
one being the easiest.
I think 6 is pretty generous from you because for me it's an 8 at this point. I think now, first thing which they have to do is get the coach right. So
Yep.
LeBron has now been played in Los Angeles under Luke Walton, Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham, and now his only fourth coach, which could probably be his last coach before he retires or something like that. So definitely, this decision is something they have to get right. It's a very pivotal point in Lakers franchise history as well as LeBron's own career. I think LeBron will definitely be involved some way or the other in the coaching process, in the decision making process, even if he does not say so himself. So this is going to be pivotal, and it will take them throughout the next 3 or 4 years, hopefully post LeBron as well. So whether they hire a new coach, I mean a new inexperienced coach like a JJ Redick, or they go with someone experienced like Kenny Atkinson or Mike Budenholzer, it's something which has to satisfy LeBron as well as the franchise's long term future. So from that perspective, that is a very important decision. And obviously, the second part, as you said, LeBron staying in Los Angeles, that is going to be a battle for the Lakers brass to win, and I believe that they will win it. So that's going to be another call, another decision which they have to take, and also the contract which they'll give him, which will handicap them for the next 2 or 3 years. So that is something they have to keep in mind. And
Lakers
then
aren't
third,
in the luxury tax just yet, right? You all
yeah,
aren't.
so they are in the luxury tax. They're in the first apron of the luxury tax.
Okay.
So if you see, and if thirdly, if you see the contracts here, so now the major question for them to build up this roster to challenge, say, teams like Denver, Minnesota, OKC, is do they go for a third star or do they surround LeBron and AD with depth pieces like how they did this season? With better depth pieces, I should say.
I
So the
think yeah.
problem with going for a third star like a Trey Young or Donovan Mitchell in case he becomes available is now if you see that contract list, you see LeBron and AD and how much money they're making, and now you add a third superstar who makes about 40-50 million.
Davis
That
isn't
leaves
here.
you with that leaves you with very little wiggle room to add any other major pieces in the roster. So they have to fill out 15 players, and you need quality wings. You need the quality center at this point to contend to compete with these teams like Denver and Minnesota. So if you have three superstars, it makes it very difficult, and you will definitely hit that NBA's second apron of luxury tax, which makes it very difficult to sign a player above the minimum
This is
contract.
this this is Anthony Davis' new contract.
59.
That's gonna
59.
yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, so LeBron is probably going to get around the same if he's getting that 3 or 160 million. So, so it's a big
puts
decision
Lakers
for
in a
them.
really tight spot.
Very tight spot. So what they can, so the other alternatives like they can keep their depth. They can bring back D'Lo, bring back as in they can sign him to a short-term contract and then look to trade him once he's eligible to be traded. Then they have pieces like Rui Hachimura and Gabe Vincent, and also they can use them as trade chips as well. And they have three draft picks which they can trade to get somebody better. So, in my opinion, I think they should improve their depth and keep the two max players which they have on their team, so that they can
Yes.
still build around them. Obviously, D'Lo, you can upgrade for D'Lo at that at that point guard position. Maybe you find someone better. Definitely need a better center because Christian Wood and Jackson Hayes were not the best backup options. And playing AD at that five spot in the regular season, I mean, it's just too much toll on him at this point in his age. So they have to look for someone who's a bruiser, like say Jonas Valanciunas or somebody like that, if they are
Steven
available on the team.
Adams. Steven
Steven
Adams.
Adams. I'm not sure of his contract situation though, but if he's available, then sure. So
More than the contract situation, it's the health that worries me when it comes to Steven
is the
Adams
health
because
as
he's
well?
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
because he's going to the
that is
Olympics?
That is the same case with Jonas. He also has
No,
the
but he's
ability.
not. But Adams has not played the entire season. He's
Right,
not played
right,
this
right,
entire
right.
season. So
So what was
that is
your
the
thing
concern.
on Jonas?
He's
Huh?
also health. His also health record is pretty spotty.
Because he did not play a lot of games in this. I mean, he didn't play for a longer period of time. He was playing about what 20-22 minutes. He started pretty well, then got injured, and after that he came back and played just
I
Yeah,
I mean
because he
think
averages
wasn't. I
20
think he
minutes.
wasn't the same. I think he wasn't the same after the injury absence. That's the only
Might
thing that explains it.
Yeah.
yeah.
More,
Actually,
moreover, just to add what Aniket said over here. The picks, not the picks. I mean the tradable assets and the contracts that Lakers have right now. Also when you talk about Christian Wood and Jackson Hayes, I would actually want to keep Jackson Hayes over here because the second chance points and the hustle plays that Jackson Hayes gives. We need that because that is where Denver got the edge over the Lakers. It was Aaron Gordon and MPJ who were just, and also Bruce Braun, I guess it was Bruce Braun, right?
that was last
His
season.
name,
Christian Brown.
Christian Braun. Oh, Christian Braun. So those guys were having hell lot of second chance points and all the hustle plays and rebounds, which dearly costed Lakers a lot of things. So I would let go of Christian Wood, Cam Reddish, Torian Prince, Spencer Dinwiddie. I would not want him. I would not want these guys. Gabe
Not
Vincent
even
can be used.
Spencer. Not even
No,
Spencer.
no.
It's pretty
Bro,
good
see,
though.
we signed him as a guard. He wasn't shooting well at all because he was shooting well before joining the
Yeah.
Lakers. He was having really good go. But as soon as he joined the Lakers, we know what happens. Everybody just turns into
I think
very low key
I
college
think no one. I think no
basketball.
one wanted to play for Hamas, dude. Let's be honest here.
I think the Lakers have like too many guards on their roster. Like they had Gabe
Yeah,
Vincent, Dinwiddie, Russell, Reeves. So obviously they need to make changes there. They definitely need to let go of like one or
even
two
then
guards
you
and get
have
in some more
even
wing
you
players.
have Shifno also, who's a guard there.
yeah.
Jalen Hood Shafino, that's
I,
the draft pick.
I, and guess what? Max Christie wasn't used at all. He could have
Yeah.
been that extra scorer that the team needed when we weren't scoring at
Or
all.
even a defender.
Yeah,
Put him on Murray
he's
or
much
somebody. Just
better.
give him a shot.
He's much better than these
What
guys.
is Vando's current contract? There's no
Vando
Vando
just
here
signed an
as well.
extension last season. So you can see here.
There is no Vando also, so okay. A 12 million contract. Not bad.
12 million.
That's a team friendly contract.
Exactly. So I mean, last season, I mean this season in the summer, Rob Pelinka actually did a very good job. He did a very good job with all the contracts and all. But somehow it didn't work out for the
It didn't
Lakers.
work. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
long story short, this offseason requires a lot of work
a
for
lot
A,
of
it.
work, lot of
major
work.
retooling.
And
Okay.
in terms of difficulty, like you asked, like Aniket said 8 and you said 6, I would give it a 7 because it all comes down to making sure LeBron resigns and a coach
Yep.
which aligns with LeBron's mentality. If
Yeah,
that is
that's
done, more than half the battle is won. We'll
correct.
somehow manage to get the players, because LeBron still has that pulling power, and also Lakers as a franchise is very
Lepul.
different.
Yep.
Lepul,
The Lepul.
yeah, yeah,
LA
yeah,
Bron.
yeah. So,
All right,
so
guys. Yeah. With that, we've come to the end of our off-season review for the Los Angeles Lakers. Uh, we've spoken about where this side needs work. What are the positives that they can pick from the season that promised a lot, but at the end fell a little short of expectations. We'll be back with another breakdown of another playoff team that has been that has made its exit in the first round in the next episode. Till then, do watch this video, do like, share, subscribe, press the bell icon, and also do let us know in the comment section as to what exactly, according to y'all, is needed so that the Lakers are once again contenders like they used to be in the past. With that being said, these are the three idiots from the Pehla Take NBA bidding all of you good night. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you all soon with another one.